DZRH, Elizalde.
Forget the past, it's time to mend.
A corporate thing.
So, ang sinasabi ko na lang,
Isang mapayapang hapon, Pilipinas. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, Lisa Macuja, na bumabati sa lahat ng nakikinig sa DZRH at nanonood sa RH TV. Lalo na sa mga kasamahan nating alagad ng sining at kultura sa buong bansa. Sa taong ito, maraming mga institusyon sa Philippine arts and culture scene ang nagdiriwang ng kani-kanilang milestone anniversaries. Kaya't ngayong buwan ng Hulyo, nais naming dalhin ang mga pagdiriwang na ito sa Art2art bilang pagkilala na rin sa mga di malilimutang kontribusyon ng mga grupong ito sa larangan ng sining at kultura sa ating bansa. At bilang buena mano, makakasama natin sa hapong ito ang mga kinatawan ng pinakatanyag na English-speaking theater company sa Pilipinas. Now on its 50th year, ang Repertory Philippines. Kaya't huwag kayong aalis, magbabalik kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Kilala bilang isa sa pinakatanyag na professional theater company sa Pilipinas, nagbukas ang Repertory Philippines noong 1967 nang itanghal nito ang Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf na nagtampok kina Baby Barredo, Leo Martinez, Tony at Monina Mercado, Buddy Paez at ang tanyag na direktor na si Zenaida Amador na siyang naging pangulo at artistic director ng kumpanya hanggang sa kanyang pagyao noong 2008. Mula noon, nakapagtanghal na ang Repertory Philippines ng mahigit sa 400 productions. Tinitingala bilang pinakamahusay na English-speaking theater company sa Pilipinas. Sa nakaraang 5 dekada, ang Rep ang natatanging theater company na eksklusibong nagtatanghal ng mga western plays, modern man o klasikal sa buong performance season nito. Kabilang sa mga naging pinakamatagumpay nitong pagtatanghal ay ang Les Miserables, The King and I, Passion, Evita, Annie, My Fair Lady, La Cage All Falls, Ain't Misbehavin', Kiss of the Spider-Woman, South Pacific, Jesus Christ Superstar, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Carousel, Pirates of Penzance, A Christmas Carol, A Little Night of Music, Oliver, The Secret Garden, Man of La Mancha, bukod sa marami pang iba. Bukod dito, meron din itong annual summer workshops na nagbibigay ng pagkakataon sa mga baguhang aktor na mahasa sa pag-arte at iba pang aspeto ng stage production. Itinatag din nito ang Rep Theater for Young Audiences na regular na nagtatanghal ng mga classic children's musicals para sa mga mag-aaral sa nakaraang 2 dekada. Noong nakaraang buwan, upang ipagdiwang ang kanilang golden anniversary, nagtanghal ng isang musical gala ang mga artistang naging bahagi ng Rep sa nakalipas na 50 taon sa direksyon ng mga Rep stalwarts na sina Bart Gingona, Jaime Del Mundo, Miguel Faustman, Odi Hemora, Menchu Lauchenko-Yulo, Raymond Lauchenko, Freddy Santos at Michael Williams. Isang mainit na pagbati ang hatid ng Art2art sa mga kinatawan ng Repertory Philippines.
Kasama po natin sina Repertory Philippines Artistic Director Joy Virata and prominent Rep alumnus, multi-awarded theater artist Odi Hemora. Welcome to Art2art. Tita Joy, Odi, welcome.
Thank you. Just to clarify 50th anniversary ng Repertory pero hindi kami nagsimula nung very first day. Baka akalain nyo yan, ganun na kami katanda.
Actually, that was my first question. Pero, well, of course, congratulations.
Thank you.
50 years. That is, of course, truly a milestone. And going back, March 1967 was the birth of Repertory Philippines. So what was the very first production? Sino ang mga artista dito? Saan ginawa? Ilan ang nanood?
The very first production was Miss Julie in Filipino.
Miss Julie in Filipino?
Filipino, yes.
Okay.
Arthur Strindberg's Miss Julie in Filipino. And there were 7 people in the audience.
Ooh.
Kasama na atang ushers noon, ano?
No, kasama ang mother ni Zenaida Amador, the founder.
The
Kasama
founder,
mama
yes.
niya.
Oh my Lord. 7 people in the audience. Where was it?
Insular Life Theater.
Insular Life. Already in the top
The
floor,
top floor,
of
yeah.
Insular Life.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Which was where I first watched Repertory.
I'm not really sure who was
Philippines.
in that first
Ella
production.
Luansing, for sure.
Ella?
Yes, she was there.
There.
Ella Luansing, so... Oh,
Yeah,
maliit
March.
pa lang ang theater noon. Sila rin ang mga nagsimula ng mga iba't ibang theater company. Ella Luansing, of course, would move on with
Of
Rolando
course.
Tino to put up Teatro Filipino.
Yeah,
But they really started with rep.
Yeah.
You know, they
And
started.
7 people in the audience.
Yes.
Okay. And of course, you know, look at us now, right? Anyway, 50 years ago, that was, of course, an entirely different, situation for theater.
Very, 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 very different. There was the only other theater company was actually PETA. So it was Repertory and PETA. We celebrate our 50th year at the same time.
Yes.
And so Rep was probably, it came after Manila Theater Guild, and then there was the Philippine Normal College theater group, and but Rep was the first, shall we say, professional theater company in English that started at that time.
That's right.
And yeah, it was
And
very
it
small.
was basically in English.
Yes.
All the productions
well,
were in English.
after that first, I understand, because I didn't join Rep at that time. I joined 10 years later.
Yeah.
But at that time, I understand that they did the first play in Filipino. There were 7 people in the audience. They decided to change
To English.
into English.
Ito nakakatuwa, Lisa. Hindi karamihan sa atin hindi natin alam na itong dalawang kumpanya, Repertory Philippines, known for English plays, tsaka ang PETA, na talagang
Known-
Pilipinong-Pilipino, were actually, in a sense, sister companies. Kasi, si Baby Barredo, isa sa mga founders ng Repertory Philippines, at saka si Cecil Guidote Alvarez, na founder ng PETA, were best friends at St. Paul College. They were, as in, super best friends.
Okay.
Sila yung mga tinatawag na Father Reuter babies. Kasi si Father Reuter, kung doon nyo maalala, was really the person who was in charge of bringing theater to the schools. Kasi sa mga panahon na yon, theater was really sa schools eh. Walang profession nun eh. You have to understand the context of theater. It was all done in schools. It was Father Reuter who was like the, I would say, driving force behind theater.
And
these
Freddie
were-
Maria Guerrero.
Oh, of course, as the writer, no, and director. But so they were best friends, nakakatuwa, and nagkakwento si Tita Baby na that year, she and Bibot had already decided with other actors to put together Repertory. Tumawag si Sisi sa kanya, Baby, magtatayo ako ng theater company. Ito yung PETA, Philippine Education System. So sabi niya, ay nako, you just called me, you just missed me, I can't join anymore because Bibot and I are planning to put up our own Repertory Philippines. So when I came into the theater scene, this was already in the late 70s, and then going into the 80s, medyo matindi yung laban ng Repertory at saka PETA in a sense na, I mean, for all of us who just entered, parang never would you cross that path. Na pag na sa rep ka, hindi ka pwedeng mag-crossover sa PETA and vice versa. Ganong klaseng labanan na ang theater. Sa amin, I don't know Tita Joy, but even sa, like...
And it's evolved since then,
It has
of
evolved
course.
since then.
Kasi
But at that
talagang
time, I guess
now,
because they
it's
each had their
completely
own
different.
type of, they all had their own ideology.
The same,
It was
different visions. The different visions they had. And,
correct. Right.
And until now, it's still very, very different.
Oh, very different.
But you know, it just it's what's necessary in the country to have
sa
different
mga panahon na
visions.
nag-join ako, it was like, you know, you never, it was really very competitive. So it was just so nakakatuwa to know that, itong dalawang competitive companies, the two most enduring companies, actually came from two best friends.
Yes.
Nakakatuwa lang. Nakakatuwa lang.
Yeah. Well, speaking of friendship and two best friends, it was two founding members for Repertory. It was Tita Bibot
Yes.
and Tita Baby.
But there were
Baby.
5. There were 5.
five.
Yeah, Tony and Manino Mercado.
The
And
father of Gabe Mercado. Yeah.
Okay.
and
Was Leo part of the
Leo
college?
and Leo Martinez.
I see. Okay, so of course the founder and first artistic director Zenaida Amador, the late Zenaida Amador, her reputation for, instilling discipline and professionalism is legendary. Okay,
Oh.
so I guess can you like maybe relate some of your personal experiences with working
You
with
really want
Tita
to know?
Bibot?
You want to know?
Yeah, well, she was a hard person to work with, but actually very fair, and you knew that she was giving you herself. I mean, she was giving you everything she knew. And I remember with me, when I came, I was 40 years old when I joined the theater, and she said, I have to break down all your faces. I have to break down all your fences before you can become a true actress. And she proceeded to do exactly that. So it was hard.
Yeah.
And she did that with a lot of people also. It was hard, but
She would make actors and actresses cry.
oh, I cried a lot.
Mumurahin ka ng katakot. Ano pa yun, yun ang pinaka-soft.
Sabi nga nila dapat makapal daw yung mukha mo.
Hindi lang makapal, dapat yung buto mo kasi tatapunan ka ng ashtray, tatapunan ka ng silya.
But there was one thing about Bibot, you didn't know whether you were going to laugh or cry because the way she did it, her language, both in Tagalog and in
Ang
English,
lutong-lutong.
was
Very imaginative. In fact, you look forward to, and remember every time we would take notes after, magre-rehearse ka, tapos magna-notes siya, no? And then she'll give her notes after every rehearsal. It was like an entertainment thing, because she would wait, 201 ways to insult somebody in the most creative way. Kakatuwa talaga siya.
Well, she gets the point across.
Oh, but boy, did she. But many years later, I came to understand where she was coming from. She one time said that I had, as a director, I need to will everything to happen. Because yung dahil nanggaling nga sa school and it was still amateur, people didn't see it as a profession. And she did. So she needed to, this is a small lady. She must have been, what, 4'11", not even 5 feet.
Yeah.
But she could pull somebody against the wall if she was really angry.
Oh, my Lord.
You know, a man against the wall if she's angry. Because she needed to will everybody to be able to be in the same plane, have the same passion and professionalism, which was not, everybody was coming from different points, puro amateur. So she needed to be bigger than life to get us all on the same plane to work.
Yeah.
I understood it later on.
There's one story about Bibot commenting that she was small and her effect on people. She went to the States. She was a teacher. She went to teach in the States. And in her class were big American football players. And she could really control them like anything. They'd call her Miss Amador. And they loved Miss Amador. That's the way she was.
That's right.
She was hard, but
she's legendary.
but so lovable.
And of course, she basically, you are her. I mean, all the theater companies that followed after Repertory, from her rep babies, have all continued in that,
I think they all learned from her
legacy.
They all learned from her, and they went out on their own, and but with a lot of Bibot. I think a lot of Bibot.
Well,
in
we
them.
took a lot of Bibot. I mean, when we were, it's like typical sa mga bata, di ba? I mean, you're a rebellious teenager and you don't understand why your parents are that way, and then you hate the way your parents are treating you. But when you grow and you have your own children, you do exactly the same thing. So we're screaming and everything, and we start mouthing things and like, that's what Bibot used to say. It's like, it's scary. Kasi nandyan na naka-imprint na yun. Nakakatuwa.
Well, but 50 years. What would you say would be like the greatest challenges that young theater company starting in March 1967 would have had to hurdle to last this long? I would think marketing, audience development, which continues to be continues to be a challenge up to now. Yes.
Yes, that is always a challenge. That's what the theater companies have to. I always say we have the same problems now as we had then, only bigger.
Because it's not say the lack of talent, right? It's not the lack of interest.
There's no lack of talent. What there is the lack of opportunity to get further training. We have lots of raw talent. It's amazing when you have an audition. The people that come out from nowhere
Yeah.
with
all the talent.
with all that talent.
Okay.
But we lack support for the actors. In other words, I mean, they should take dance, they should take ballet, they should take music, they should, besides their acting. Everybody gets their training practically
Through experience.
through experience.
Yeah.
But things like dance and like voice and like music, natural voices, they sing like anything. But can you imagine what would happen if they had the training? Dancing, we dance, no?
Natural sa atin.
So it comes naturally, but
Yeah.
think
And
of what
why?
would
Is
happen
it,
if they.
is it because we don't have, up to now, we don't have a proper theater school?
Oh no, we've got lots of theater schools, but training, like the training like ballet, that costs money. Voice lessons cost money, and in Europe and in the States, they have they do that. They constantly invest in their voice, their dance, and that's, I think, what we still need. But the talent is there, and of course, what we need also is audience. Well, we say this, but Filipinos love to perform, and they're great performers. But sometimes it takes something for them to be willing to sit in the audience. Of course, depending on what.
Well, when I look back when I came into rep in the 80s and I saw how rep built, what was built, I was amazed because, well, kukunti pa lang yung mga theater companies, that's one. That's why it was easier in those days because they didn't have competition. And they were so prolific, no? Magagawa sila ng dalawang season. Sa isang season, 5 plays. Bawat play, mga 20 to 25 shows. Can you imagine that? They like did 200 shows a year. These two ladies who were at the helm of this company, were just churning them out. I mean, maalala mo, 1 month you're performing, but you're already rehearsing for the next play, etc., etc. And that's why
you may be doing something else besides because
Exactly. So that's why yung
I mean,
mga,
in the company, within the company.
ang henerasyon namin, we look back and we say, we were so fortunate kasi sa mga panahon na yun, we got so much training because we did role after role after role after role. But of course, as time progressed and more theater companies started to crop up, and then hindi lang amongst ourselves nagko-compete ang mga theater companies, but in the advent of the malls, in the advent, because now you go to a mall, you can spend your money there, di ba? Manonood ka ng sine. And then ngayon, meron na ng Netflix, meron everything, every distraction is now available. So that takes away from going to the theater.
Yeah.
So hindi
Yung
lang
kalaban mo ang traffic,
Yeah,
kalaban mo ang public
matindi yun.
transportation.
You really hit that on the
ang-
nail.
oo.
Traffic is the
Kalaban mo ang
big-
panahon, no?
Yes.
A little rain and nobody
Ayaw na
wants,
nila.
yeah, wala nang may gustong lumabas ng,
So all of that put together is, I think, very challenging to us right now. But
despite the fact na ang may renaissance ang theater.
There is.
Ang dami ng theater companies, ang daming mga productions, there's so many different groups
Yes.
putting up all sorts of and the variety of
Yes.
choice.
Absolutely,
No?
oo.
And now, whereas before, parang yung selection mo for a weekend performance is like 2, 3. Now it's like you don't know what to do on the weekend.
Yeah, in fact, I think we are, di ba, we're kasama tayo sa isang samahan na Field Stage,
Field
no?
Stage,
One of the things na kailangan pag-usapan talaga ay yung paano tayo magtulungan. Kasi kung minsan nahahati yung audience, natuloy, I'm even wondering kung may kumikita ba sa atin? Hindi ko sa dami ng mga productions na lumalabas, di ba?
Oo, pag-uusapan natin yan maya-maya. Marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan tungkol sa 50th anniversary ng Repertory Philippines kasama ang mga batikang theater artists na sina Joy Virata at Odi Hemora. Dito pa rin sa Art2art, magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art2art. Schedule ng mga inaabangang konsyerto. Update sa mga magagandang panoorin sa mga tanghalan at teatro. Narito na ang Art2art Calendar.
Narito ang ating arts calendar. Sa teatro, patuloy na isinasagawa ang Virgin Lab Fest, kung saan mapapanood ang mga dulang unpublished, unstaged, untested at Untried. Nagbukas noong June 28. Mapapanood ang mga bagong dulang tampok sa taon na ito sa tanghalang Aurelio Tolentino ng Cultural Center of the Philippines. Kabilang sa Set A, ang Love Team ni Ogie Arcenas, Pilipinas Kong Mahal with All the Overcoat ni LJ Castro Deldoc at Birdcage ni Rick Patriarca. Ang Set B ay binubuo ng Ang Mga Puyong ni Ryan Machado, Hindi Ako Si Darna ni Maynard Manansala at Boses ng Masa ni Joshua Lim. Kasama sa Set C ang si Dr. Dolly Dalisay at ang mga Ladybugs ni Layeta Bukoy, ang Bata sa Bus Stop ni Sari Saysay at Dear and Unhappy ni Carlo Vergara. Nasa Set D naman ang Sincerity Bikers Club ni Adrian Ho, Nothing But Dreams ni Dingdong Novinario at ang Bahay sa Gitna ng Kawalan ni Eliza Victoria. Para sa ticket, tumawag sa Ticket World 891-9999. Sa sining biswal, inihahandog ng Visual Arts and Museum Division ng Cultural Center of the Philippines ang Gray Horizon, kung saan tampok ang 36 na mga bagong obra ni Cyron Senieres. Nagbukas noong June 21, makikita ang exhibit hanggang July 23 sa Pasilyo Vicente Manansala. Ang exhibit ay isang pagpapakilala sa Tondo, ang pinakamalaki at pinakamataong distrito sa Manila. Matatagpuan ng CCP sa Maynila, Roas Boulevard, corner Pablo Ocampo Street, CCP Complex, Pasay City. Para sa kumpletong detalye, tumawag sa 832-3702 o mag-email sa ccp.exhibits@gmail.com o bumisita sa website culturalcenter.gov.ph.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Kasama ang balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja. Art2art.
Kasama pa rin natin ang Repertory Philippines Artistic Director, Joy Virata, and Rep alumnus, actor, director, Audie Hemora. So, Audie, congratulations. June 11 was a fantastic night.
It was...
It was magical. It was everything
And
you
Tita
could have
Joy
imagined
danced.
on
And Tita Joy
how to
danced.
celebrate 50 years
Yeah.
of a theater company.
Yeah.
You directed it.
No, not ang what they did was ang dami kasing director, di ba?
We have
okay.
7 directors.
So-
7 directors,
just to be
okay.
fair, they gave 7 of us older ones the task to think up of a section and how we wanted to do it. So there was Miguel Pausman, Mencho Lauchenko, Raymond Lauchenko,
Freddy Santos.
Freddie Santos, Michael Williams. Bart was kind of like the overall
overall.
director. Myself, did we miss out anyone? I think we got pretty much everybody. Pero yung sweet ko was syempre kasi I consider myself a triple threat actor. I wanted to highlight really that dance in repertory was very crucial sa mga musicals na ginagawa namin. So so it was a nice, just showing off. You started off with God, I Hope I Get It of a chorus line, which was, by the way, where I met Tita Joy. That was my first play with Rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it ends with one.
I watched Chorus Line. I
Diba?
remember, yeah.
So, basta, ang saya.
When I auditioned for Chorus Line, I said, all of these little girls says, I am 16, I've been dancing since I was 8. I've been 20, I was dancing since I was 9. I said, I'm 40, I was dancing since I was 39.
But you did very well. One thing I have to hand to Rep, that they really made us understand that if you want to be good at this, you need to study. So, I mean, even Tita Joy in her 40s was taking classes with Douglas Nieras.
I was taking with
Hot
Julie
legs,
Borromeo.
with
I was
Julie.
taking I was
With
taking
Julie.
classes with 6-year-olds just because I had to get every single class
Yeah.
there.
Right. Kailangan talaga eh.
So you do your homework.
You need
do
to.
your
You can't
homework.
fake it.
fake it.
So you really need to. Pero ang gulo ng June 11, masaya at magulo kasi everybody had their own ideas on what they want to do. And,
Pero syempre, how can you naman encapsulate 50 years in 2 hours?
Yeah,
Well,
So,
actually, it was the story of how Rep functioned, and so it came from the founding, and then it went to the founders, then it went to
tradition.
the
So storytelling.
designers, the designers, and then the storytellers, and then the musicals, and then on and on like that until the end, when it ended with
They miss.
with Les Mis. Well, actually, it was, this is our story, this is what happened, and now we look forward tomorrow to whatever is coming.
The way
for rep.
Menchu treated the Les Mis portion was yung kaming nakasama sa original cast, pinasa na yung roles sa mga kabataan.
Yeah.
So it's like
There's another generation
this
coming
new
in.
generation, and they will now be the new storytellers.
That's true.
Yes, it was Luna
Inosha
wrote the script, and it was the stories we tell, or about the stories, how storytelling
Yeah.
through the age, through our 50 years, and the way we told those stories in 50 years.
By the way, I'd like to also thank you for mentioning my younger brother, Jerome.
Oh, Jerome was
yeah.
part of rep.
We had
yes.
the Paramount Memoriam.
In the memoriam, yeah.
Yes, Jerome was dearly loved and dearly missed.
Torch Song Trilogy, that was his play
Yeah,
that
sa Repertory Philippines.
That's right.
And that was still in Insular Life
That's
Yes.
right.
at that time.
Yes.
Anyway, tell us about a rep season. How does it work?
Well, we have this now. We only have 3 plays in season.
3 plays
and
in a
each play
season,
runs
yeah.
for 16 performances,
Okay.
and that they run from
4 weekends, no?
4 weekends.
4 weekends
4
each
weekends.
time.
And they ran from mid-January to about mid-April. And then after the season ends, then we have the musical for children, the theater for young audiences, which this year is Beauty and the Beast.
Wow, Beauty and the Beast. Okay.
Not the movie version.
Oh,
It's
okay.
another version, but it's just as good.
Yeah,
And then we have Hair for our big musical. We usually have the children's theater for children, and then a big musical. And the big musical this year is Hair, and that
Okay.
will be in November.
So your season is normally 3 plays,
3
straight
plays, 3 straight plays.
And then
sometimes
2
we'll put in a
musicals, or
musical.
one children's
Sometimes we'll
musical?
put in a small musical, but usually it's 3 straight plays. And then a musical for children, and then the big musical.
See, Tita Joy was the one who pioneered children's theater in Repertory Philippines, and that has really, I think it's their biggest hit. It's the one
Yeah.
that really draws in a lot of crowds.
Yeah.
She was also the one who, I mean, because you don't get enough credit for this, but you know, early on, she was the one who really brought in audience development.
Yeah.
She was the one who studied how to do subscription. Wala pa yung mga yun, yung mga panahon na yun eh. But she was the one who pioneered that, and having a subscriber ticket and all of that, and selling in advance. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does that happen really now? Because I also delve into marketing with my ballet company, with Ballet
sure.
Manila. And I find na yung mga Pilipino, hindi sila bumibili ng subscription. Ayaw nilang mag-commit in advance kasi hindi nila alam kung talagang libre sila on that weekend, or
Well, the thing with a rep ticket is that they can choose for 16 performances. They don't have to commit to any one particular day. They can go in any of the 16. The only thing we require is that they call in for a reservation, or they can
Okay.
just show up. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We do it by statistics. We figure that if everybody shows up, that's a good problem for us.
Yeah.
We'd rather have a overfull audience than an empty audience.
well, that's true.
But the idea is the bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. In other words, if you have the ticket already and you're selling the 3 tickets at the same time, you don't have to sell one by one by one by one. And then the real reason was that Bibot wanted to develop a theater-going habit, so that it becomes a habit. If you know you're going to, if you have the ticket and you're going to go see it, you're going to see it, go to see it, and you regularly go see those
Yeah.
plays, it'll become a habit.
Yes,
And like anything, like exercise or anything, it's a habit that you develop.
Yeah.
So you look for it. You want to do it. You want to go, and that's
Okay.
why we have it's sort of also easier to sell 3 plays at the same time.
Yeah.
Used to be we had 8, but
Yeah.
things change. But yeah, that's the reasoning behind the season ticket. And our season ticket holders say, I'm a season ticket, I'm a subscriber of Rep.
Yeah.
Sort of makes it a little bit more belonging, that you're belonging to
Yes.
the
Well, it's about
institution.
building a community.
Building a community of theater goers.
Yeah, of course, the rep summer workshops are there also, no?
Yes, we have rep workshops during the vacation months, and we have lots of kids going
Yeah.
going into the workshops, and they have these fantastic showcases at the end, and they do marvelous work. We're showcasing now one original work of an original musical for the teeners, and I think it's doing really well. Yes, kids enjoy it.
Okay. And are there any other plans coming up for the golden anniversary aside from that big event last June 11? What's in store for the rest of the year?
Well, I guess we're going to still be busy with doing the theater for children, and then
Beauty and the
the
Beast and hair.
and the hair, and that takes it takes about 2 months to put these things together, to produce them. So we'll be very busy up to the end of December doing these 2 musicals.
Okay. And Audrey, you mentioned right now going on in Soler is...
Yeah, isa sa pinakamagandang contribution ng Repertory, kasi marami nagsasabi na ano ba talagang contribution ng Repertory, kasi compared sa mga like say Tanghalang Pilipino o PETA o Gantimpala na they write material and they do original stuff, and ano bang kino-contribute ng...
Well, 443 productions.
Correct. But sometimes the tendencies, they dismiss it as not being Filipino, right? So what is your contribution?
English.
Oh, so it's usually you just stage
productions,
something that's been done abroad. So what contribution do you have? And I dare say, ang pinakamaganda at pinakamatinding contribution ng Repertory ay yung ginawa niyang parang professional talaga yung industry. Yung paulit-ulit na mag-produce ka, and that's what was the season was all about, is to produce regularly, provide jobs regularly. And we saw this growing up. It was modeled by Bibot.
Yeah.
She used to stand outside of the door of Insular Life and gloat. Talagang proud na proud siya pag lumalabas yung mga tao. Puno, nabenta yung show. Sobra siyang proud, and I used to see her, and that would imprint in my mind.
Yeah.
So that later on, that taught all of us to dream also na, okay, if I had a chance, what would I put up? And that's why of all the theater companies, I think it was Rep that spawned other theater companies.
Yes.
Yes,
A
well,
lot of other
the
theater
heads
companies.
of theater companies and including other production houses are all from Rep.
Oo. Kasi yun ang
It was
training
this-
namin, na-model sa amin yun. The business side of putting up, to have a dream and to pursue that. Of course, eventually, as we all grew up, like children grow up, you have your own ideas of what you want to put up, and so you end up doing it. So, but that was from our training. Nakita natin yun eh.
So I think that was one big contribution, was the training of the actors, who in turn went out on their own
Yes.
and used what they knew, what they learned, how they were trained
Yes.
to do it for other.
So of
other
course, everyone
productions
is
and other
grateful
people.
to Rep for producing all of, for spawning.
For spawning, yes.
Nanganak na lang.
We did.
Nanganak ng nanganak. Most of the theater companies na miyembro ng Field Stage ay
Correct.
mga,
So like for
mga anak
example,
ng Rep. No?
For example, ako trumpets kami ni Freddy, sina Marin Enchakaimon, then si Robbie Guevara naman na
Nine
Nine
Works.
Works, sina Chris Villonco, sina Ana Abad, Topper Ram, they're all from Rep also. They put up Red Turnip.
Red Turnip.
There's Joel Trinidad who put up Upstart. Ang dami pa, hindi ko lang maalala right off the top of my head, but there are a lot of us who ventured into our own groups.
Yeah.
So it really, Rep really has developed the industry, and that was Bibot's
That's really
dream.
what you wanted.
That's what she wanted.
So I think that Rep has really fulfilled Tita Bibot's original dream
I
and
think so.
original vision.
I think so.
And mission. No.
I just
but
wish
of
she
course
was
the
here
work
to see
continues.
it.
No.
I just wish she was here to see it. Well, in heaven, she's probably looking down, and
Yes.
seeing all of this happen.
But Rep also continues to train actors. So we always have new actors coming in, and they get their training on stage. They get their training there, and we mix. And also there's an exchange of actors from
Yun nga
different
yung dati yung
companies.
sinasabi ko, dati you
Yeah.
would never cross over to another theater company.
Oo. Ngayon, it
Now that
happens all the
yeah,
time.
they just
Happens all
go,
the
kung
time.
saan ang trabaho, that's where they go. So mahirap na ngayon magsabi na, trumpets ka lang, Rep ka lang, or Nine Works ka lang. Kung saan ang trabaho, dun sila. So it's become an industry, in a sense. So, yeah, we need to evolve also. Maybe it's about time we should have like our own union for actors and stuff like that para ma-protectahan sila. And then there'd be a, like a, what do you call it, a pay certain levels, we can standardize pay and stuff like that. Maybe.
Oo, at saka siguro protection din sa mga foreign
Correct.
productions
That's
na
right. That's right.
no?
I'm guilty of that kasi now I work at Soler and it's a great.
I wasn't going to say.
Pero ito gusto just as
So, nakita ko nga si Tita Joy, medyo nag-dead mo ng
parang
konti.
lumayo siya sa akin. Bigla. No, but I dare say this is the contribution naman of having foreign companies coming in. I used to think that, my God, they're just going to take our jobs. Pero I dare say after this has happened for mga 10 years na maraming shows coming in, papansin ko, it helps grow the audience. Kasi yung mga, sorry to say, pero mga Pilipino talaga meron pa rin tayong colonial mentality eh. So pag naalaman natin na merong
Wicked.
a wicked or or a Les Mis na galing sa America or sa London, manunod tayo. And most of these people don't go to the theater. And people used to say, if you enjoy the theater, you enjoy the experience, you're bound to repeat it again. So, and I've seen that people who never used to go to theater have now gone to watch other local plays. So that's the positive thing about it. Ang negative lang is yung mga corporations na andun pa rin stuck sila sa, they would rather sponsor a foreign show. Hugely as in the millions. Pero pupunta ka, field stage, pupunta hingi ng konting abuloy, hindi magbibigay kasi local. Doon kami nadi-disappoint.
Yeah.
We always tout around that we're now world-class. The Philippines are world-class performing. They're all just mouthing that, these corporations. But when you come to them, help us sponsor, they won't. They would rather sponsor a Les Mis coming in. So that's where the injustice is happening.
At saka ang hard reality talaga ng theater ay talagang hindi ka bumabawi sa ticket sales alone.
Correct.
Talagang
No,
kailangan mo ng patronage, kailangan mo ng sponsorships.
Right. So they need to understand that. I'm not attacking big corporations. I'm making them understand na kailangan namin kayo. Kailangan namin ang suporta nyo. And talagang if you believe in the Filipino talent, because we are so talented.
That is what I say. It's a talent that you have to support, and also to support the audience. The audiences who want to come see the play but cannot afford it. But if we have sponsorships, we can bring in audiences to watch
Kasi
that cannot afford
subsidized
it.
ang
Subsidized
pricing,
Subsidize the
no?
tickets, or we can bring them in completely. We get the sponsorships of the companies, and then we can bring in those people who want to go to theater.
There was even a nice program one time that Tita Joy helped us fix, which was with that call center. A call center gave money, and then they sponsored a community.
I brought the theater. I brought the kids here. Remember?
They sponsored children to watch all our shows.
All the shows.
So,
And we did that once in Field Stage also a long time ago. We got a grant from the NCCA, and we had shows. And you know, when you have a free show or you have a cheap price ticket show, you're full. It's just that many people can't
hindi
afford, even
totoo
if
na
they
mataas
want
ang
to.
theater or ballet, let's say, or opera. I mean, kailangan lang mapanood.
So if you bring them
Siguro,
in, bring them in
lang
and
talaga
experience it.
maging bahagi ng ating kultura.
Correct.
ang manood at
Yes.
bumili ng ticket at manood sa mga live theater performances.
And kung papasok yung mga sponsors, maibababa natin ang presyo ng tickets. Kasi medyo mahal eh.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. And with that, yes, talagang iniimbitahan namin kayong manood ng not just Repertory Philippines, but all the different other, live theater performances going on all over the
Because the
all over
Filipino
metropolis.
talent is amazing, and they need the support of their own people.
Thank you very much, Tita Joy. Thank you, Audie, for
Thank you for inviting
spending your Sunday afternoon here with us in Art2art. And of course, happy golden anniversary to Repertory Philippines.
Thank you.
More power. Let's have the brightest artists again coming from Repertory. Let's have the amazing repertoire, and of course a never-ending stream of audiences who will keep the company alive for more decades to come.
Amen to that.
Thank you.
Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan ninyo ulit kami dito sa Art2Art, kung saan ang usapang sining at kultura ay para sa lahat. Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, Lisa Macuja, nagpupugay sa artistang Pilipino.